How's it going, everyone? It's Mike from PC Classic Cars, back with another virtual description. Today we are going to talk about my 1969 Mercury Cougar. It is an H-code car. This is a vehicle that I bought from a private individual out of Oregon. He had the vehicle for a number of years, did some work to it, and then before that, I don't have a ton of history other than the fact that it was a Texas car, and that's probably part of the reason why it is super clean and very, very nice on the bottom. Again, this is an H code car, which decodes as a 351. This has a non-original 351 Windsor in it, but it runs extremely well. This also was originally a 3-speed car. It now has a 4-speed manual, so a really nice upgrade on the transmission. Power steering, power front disc brakes, and then you have your standard Ford 9-inch with the 275 gears in the back. So it is a really, really good highway cruising car with the 4-speed and then that good highway gear. And then on your exhaust, you have a stock style set of manifolds, and then it has full aftermarket dual exhaust, aftermarket mufflers, and then you do have full tailpipes. Again, really, really good driving Cougar and very unique being a 351 Windsor and then having a 4-speed behind it. Just a fun, fun car to drive. My does it work section, there are a few things that are not working and part of the reason why the car is priced where it's at. Nothing is major, but there are a few little things to address. This is optioned with, it does have a rim blow steering wheel in it. Unfortunately, the rim blow is not working. The factory AM radio is not working, but most people are going to change that out for a retro style stereo anyway. So rim blow, AM radio is not working. The license plate light and the reverse lights do not come on. Your flashers do not work, but your turn signals do function. And then the speedo is functioning, but it reads a little bit slow when you're going down the road. Take a look at my Does It Work section. It is posted on my website, pcclassiccars.com. It's going to outline what works and what doesn't work. Again, there's a list of some things that are no, but they're all really small, easy things to remedy. On my normal inspection, again, part of another reason why the car is priced where it's at is it does have a few little leaks and seeps coming from the valve covers, the power steering ram, which almost happens on all of the Ford power steerings from this vintage. A little bit of a drip from the back of the motor, and then same thing from the transmission pan. So some smaller drips. You start driving this thing regularly, it might seal itself back up on some of those, but just expect a couple little drips underneath the car if you park it in your driveway or in your garage. Some of the suspension and the steering components look like they've been done at some point. There is some aging to them, but they have been gone through again at some point, and everything checks out nice. It steers well, it drives down the road really nice, and the suspension does feel good going down pretty much any road. On the exterior, probably the coolest thing about this car is it is a code PM, which is medium blue metallic paint, and a factory white painted roof. So no vinyl top on this one. It is a factory painted roof. It was repainted in the original colors. It does have the front chin spoiler. It does have the deck lid rear spoiler. And then it's got the Eliminator style, an aftermarket style hood scoop on the hood. Just has a really, really aggressive look to it. The 15-inch magnums are brand new. They are a 2025 date code on the tires, and they're a 235/60 and a 255/60 staggered set of tires. And again, the magnums are brand new along with the tires. The cosmetics are a little bit older on the car. It still represents well. On the lower portion of the underside of the quarters on both sides, you can see where they did a little bit of work just to before they painted it. You can see a little bit of, maybe I would say it's a little bit of mud work there, but it's not rusted out. It's not filled with Bondo. Just full transparency. There's a little bit there on the lower quarters. It is a good straight car for the most part. There's a few little spots in the bodywork that you can see if you get in the right lights, but overall it still represents nice. There are some touch-ups and little imperfections kind of around the car. Take a look at my additional informations tab on my website. It's going to outline all of those photos. If anyone needs further clarification or a FaceTime, don't hesitate to reach out, and I can hop on the phone with you, or one of my sales guys can dive into the extreme details. But overall, cosmetically, for being an older done car, it still represents very well. On the interior, it's code 1B, which is light blue interior. You have your standard bucket seats, center console, and this does obviously have the 4-speed when originally it was a 3-speed. It's a stock style interior. The seat covers are in great shape. The headliner's a little bit older, but still shows well. Same thing with the door panels. The gauge clusters are probably original and has a little bit of age to it. Nothing's major. Still represents really well. Probably done at the same time as the exterior, so nothing is fresh. But still, again, falls into the category of being very, very proud of it. I will say both of the window glasses, if it's not all the way up, like a lot of old cars, if they're not all the way up or all the way down, they will move just a little bit. So a little bit loose on the window channels for both of the side glasses. On the engine bay, it's very stock and very clean appearing. Shows well, no issues. Firewall, inner fenders, radiator core support, all that stuff checks out good. The underneath is very solid and very, very original. Floors, frame rails, trunk, all that stuff looks good. You still have the factory undercoating on the floor pans. Both, like I talked about earlier, both of the rear lower quarters, you can see a little bit of bodywork that was done there. And then the passenger side rear floor pan has a small little dented spot in the floor pan. I don't know if it hit something, just a small little dent there in the floor pan. Nothing that's an issue, just a little disclaimer. All four of the shocks look like they've recently been done. And then the tie rod boots are showing a little bit of age and they're kind of cracked up. So you could replace those if you have to. Overall, this is an excellent, excellent Cougar. It's got a lot of really cool things to it, being a 351 car. Now that it has a 4-speed, even though it was a factory manual transmission 3-speed car. I think the blue with the white painted top is a great look. And then it's got the really aggressive look with the rear spoiler, the front chin spoiler, the hood scoop, the brand new Magnum 500s. Yes, the car has a few smaller things to fix that are not working, but it's a very, very good looking car. It's got a tough, aggressive look to it. I don't get a ton of Cougars here at my shop. I'm really selective when I do buy a Cougar, and this one being a H-code 351 car and being one that has a manual transmission, it was something that I decided to bring in and just, again, exceeded my expectations. It is a really, really cool little car. As always, I appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of my virtual descriptions. Make sure you check out the test drive video along with the additional informations tab on my website, pcclassiccars.com. Appreciate you guys checking this virtual description out, and we'll see you guys on the next one.